The wellness industry is a scam. Something I never thought I would say. But I recall back in my graduate education, one of the doctors who was teaching me telling the class that in 20 years from now, the next big scam industry, and this was in a conversation about the pharmaceutical industry, would be the wellness industry. And it turned out to be right, because when I look online, I see people who aren't qualified to give health advice giving health advice. I see these influencers talking about this product and this product and this exercise, and this is going to set you free. Now, health and wellness is very important. Otherwise, I wouldn't be doing what I'm doing. But a lot of it now is just for profit. So I would say it's been hijacked. Just like the pharmaceutical industry is important for health, but it's been hijacked and it's been oversold to people. So there's a balance in things. And unfortunately, social media, the internet has lost that balance with wellness, and it's turned into kind of like what the fashion industry did with women and having unrealistic expectations of what you should be wearing and what you should be looking like, and creating images that didn't apply to everybody. And certainly people woke up to that, and now people have less pressure, but that created a whole line of eating disorders, anxiety. And I could see this wellness explosion kind of doing that as well, like pushing people into these unrealistic expectations from people who aren't qualified for 'em, so they can sell you a product. To someone who looks great is selling some magic vegetable powder. Maybe it's good, maybe it's not. A lot of the stuff is unregulated. So it is kind of the Wild West in the supplement industry. You really have to do your diligence. It is necessary, but it's been hijacked. And a lot of it is just fodder. And I love this material. This is what I love seeing. This is what I love studying. It's what I love doing. But I see stuff and it's just, I got to get past it. It's just drivel. It's just nonsense. There is no one size fits all approach to health for anybody. There are certain tenets of health and wellness that are necessary. Is the wellness industry needed? Absolutely. Yeah, I believe it started from a grassroots movement with natural health practitioners that got hijacked. Anyone who's competing with certain industries is going to have that competition, met by the bigger industries that profit from it. And I think we've seen that. And some of it's good, some of it's not. But the important thing to understand is that our innate design as human beings is perfect. Our immune systems, our central nervous systems, our digestion, it's all perfectly designed. But our environment is contaminated. Outside from the environment, there are certainly other things that can create disease and absence of wellness in people. But the environment has largely been contaminated over the last century, from big agricultural, spraying glyphosate, Roundup, from poison in the air, poison in the water, toxic food, genetically modified organisms, vaccines, pharmaceuticals. The list goes on and on. We are being bombarded with toxins. And this health and wellness explosion wouldn't have caught ground the way it has if we weren't sick all the time. And we're sick because certain companies and certain legislators are somewhat not protecting the people the way they should be. Left to our own design, we are healthy and we hit homeostasis easier. The constant need for everyone looking for something to make them feel better isn't a scam. That's real. People really do feel like shit. People really are sick. People are chronically tired. People are struggling to get through the day. That's not our natural design. That's not because we're dependent on some product. That's not because you're not taking the right form of NAD. It's because your NAD stores are depleted from constantly battling environmental toxins, environmental oxidation. So these things are real. They are happening. Now, it's so profitable. You have to understand that people who are profiting from your sickness are also profiting from some of these wars we're in, right? Petroleum isn't only used for transportation. The petroleum industry is the pharmaceutical industry. So even when you look to this current climate, what's going on with war, we should not let health and wellness become part of that machinery that is driving people into just consuming things based on someone else profiting from you. It should be specific to you. It should be tailored to you. There are treatments that have always been there, that have been needed, like treating your nervous system, getting adjusted, getting acupuncture, getting massage, right? Those are things that you should do. But even if you can't and you don't have the means to do that, you can detox, you can do a cleanse, you can exercise, which I think above everything is the most important thing you can do for your health. And I'm not going to go on about the benefits of exercise. We'll let all the wellness influencers out there who are super qualified tell you what that does for you. Drinking clean water, getting in saunas, all those things are really good. We do need to clean our body. We do need to detox. Did we need to do this 100 years ago to the extent we do now? No, we didn't. Chronic disease wasn't an issue. And if we go back before that, scarcity was the cause for most disease, right? Not enough food, dirty water, et cetera, et cetera. The Massoud method is a way for you to get these daily insights into your life, whereby I'm not going to tell you that if you take this powder, you're going to be faster and stronger. Maybe for you, but I'm going to try to give enough information that you can pick and choose and decipher what works and what applies to you. And then you can take that information and you can go research it and go beyond that. But be wary of anyone telling you that if you take this one thing, it's going to make you better. It may help. I'm certainly going to recommend products, and you can find parallel products to what I'm going to recommend. But the need for health and wellness is probably higher than it's ever been. If you just look at the chronic disease in America, if you look at the percentage of children with chronic disease, it's disgusting. Unfortunately, that movement has been hijacked. Just with my own eyes, I can see it. I see people who have no idea what they're talking about, telling you how to live your life. And there are great doctors out there also telling you how to live your life. So decipher that with what you will. But find practical ways to be healthy, apply it to your life. Your health is really in your own hands. There is no industry, there is no government agency, there is no company that is solely dependent on you being healthy. That's your responsibility. And there's a lot of great information out there. I hope to follow in the tracks of the people I respect who guided me correctly, and to give you information that you can use in your daily life and try to kind of live the way we were intended to be, which is well.